you just do whatever the president says, but you're not going to do that, are you, or are you?
Senator, I'm going to call it the best I see it. The president never asked me to do anything inappropriate, and if he did, I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
Senator John Kennedy wasted no time pressing the Fed chair on inflation, interest rates, and the Federal Reserve's relationship with the president. With only seconds left, Kennedy demanded a simple explanation of what the Fed could actually do, and the answer was anything but simple.
What's wrong with you talking to the President of the United States?
So, Senator, I've got a wide lens. I'm interested in hearing points of view from a whole range of people. We have a narrow remit. I'm interested in what's happening in the world, in the Middle East
But I
and
mean,
elsewhere.
is there anything wrong with it? Do you have to, when you do it, do you have to like go out and look for the last phone booth in Washington and put a bag over your head and sneak in there and call him? Or return his call? Is there anything wrong with that?
I certainly don't feel uncomfortable receiving a call from the chairman of this committee or the President of the United States.
Okay. You think Ben Bernanke ever talked to the president?
When I was a governor, I recall several conversations and
How
frequent
about Alan
meetings.
Greenspan?
When I was a young staffer in the White House, I remember being honored by him coming into the White House and meeting with the president and the president's advisors quite frequently.
Okay. I think what would give me concern, and I think it's the basis for my colleagues' concern, is that you just do whatever the president says, but you're not going to do that, are you, or are you?
Senator, I'm going to call it the best I see it. The president never asked me to do anything inappropriate, and if he did, I wouldn't do it. I'm going
Okay.
to follow the law and do my best to follow the remit you gave us.
Okay, so in the last year or so, recent past, I'll say, the Fed cut rates 3 times because they were worried about the labor market. Is that a fair assessment?
That's my sense of what
And
they did before
it
my
worked.
arrival.
It worked, correct?
Well, that's a longer discussion. They did
Well, is
cut
the
rates.
labor market in a mess today?
The labor market's in good shape, but
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to
okay,
draw
so
that
it-
causal
so-
connection.
So I don't have much time, Mr. Chairman. I love you like a taco, but I'm gonna, yeah, you don't filibuster on me. So it worked, okay? Now we have inflation, okay? What caused it in 20 seconds?
In 20 seconds, inflation is caused when a one-time change in price is broadened out.
I know what inflation is,
And the
Mr.
Federal
Chairman.
and the
Tell me
Federal
what
Reserve
caused it.
monetary policy, sir.
Okay, well, I would say what is causing it is AI, the conflict with Iran, and probably the residual effect of the fact that some imports have become more expensive. Okay? And I think any fair-minded person would conclude that. There was a lot of economists said, the impact of inflation on the rise in the cost of imports would be a one-shot deal. You can teach that one round or flat. I don't know. I think it's probably had a residual effect. Okay, is it temporary or is it permanent, the inflation?
It's not going to be permanent under my watch, Senator.
Okay, what are you going to do about it?
So we're going to do 3 things. One is for those people in markets that think the Fed really was comfortable with a higher level of inflation, we're doing our best to disabuse them.
Okay, you're going to talk about it. What's the second thing you're going to do?
We're going to take ownership of it. We're going to say we have the power to do something.
Okay, you're going to own it.
That's right.
What's the third thing you're going to do?
We're going to look at our tools in the changing economy, both balance sheet and interest rate, and see whether we need to adjust policy to take it head on.
You're going to look at your tools. That's the third thing. I'm not asking you what action the Fed's going to take. That would be improper, Mr. Chairman. I wouldn't do that, and you wouldn't tell me anyway. Give specifically, like you're talking to a 10th grader, okay? Not. What are your options? Leave it alone, right? Leave rates alone. This is one option.
That is an option, Senator.
Raise rates.
Another option.
Cut rates.
A third option, a non-exclusive list of options, but yes.
Well, and a lot of it depends on whether it's temporary or permanent. So how do you decide whether it's temporary or permanent? I got that in with 6 seconds left.
Well done.
You use 5 task forces to get to the big and hard questions instead of trying to paper it over with policies that have not been proven as successful.